what you can't do. You should have paid that money to child support, and then mom could choose if she wants to go buy a cheerleading outfit. Find what I'm saying? Because now well, the reason is now you're putting yourself at risk of me having to issue a warrant. So anything you do for your child, even though mom insists, you have to remember what I'm saying. You have to pay child support, and mom can take the money out of child support to buy the uniform.
Well, that's a little issue. And the reason I did that because mom doesn't have the kids. Her mother has the kids, and her mom told me don't send any more payments.
Wait. What?
Hello?
Okay, now we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah. What I was saying was that yeah, unfortunately after we had got off of court a day or two later, Amazon resigned me due because I was incarcerated for the other child support case, and so I'll be able to go back in January for 90 days.
Oh,
well, I think the end of December, actually.
So the other jurisdiction already issued an abandonment warrant?
I barely can hear. Okay, hello?
Okay, so the other court, but the other child support order issued a warrant for your arrest for abandonment?
No, what it was, I missed court. I was out of town working. So that's why she issued that's why I was incarcerated.
Okay.
Working at the time, and I didn't know I had court until the letter came in the mail.
Okay, so what's your, so I already get, I don't know why that is. Are you going through your phone speaker?
Yeah.
That's what's causing the feedback. Can you maybe turn your volume down a little bit on your radio?
Can you hear me now? Oh, Lord, Hello?
Yes, Mr. Jones, we can hear you and see you.
Hello?
Yes, Mr. Jones?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right, perfect. We can hear you and see you. Judge had to hop off. She'll be right back on in a second, so stand by.
Okay.
No, just me?
I'm on.
All right, so Mr. Jones, I'm sorry, I think I was asking you, like, what are you gonna do to be able to get forward and move back on track if you're not currently employed?
Well, I work besides the Amazon was for me to take for child support to come out, but Amazon resigned me for 90 days, so I'm waiting to go back to Amazon. I do work part time on my business, but that's not consistent, and that's why my payments are not consistent. The reason I got Amazon so I can have consistent payments coming in and out on a monthly basis or weekly basis, because they have child support have me set up weekly, and I'm trying to make the weekly payments, but the jobs that I do, they're not, or how should I say, weekly pay or monthly, not even monthly pay. I get paid once my job is completed. So that's why I did have the Amazon. But like I said, I want to go back to Amazon so I can make consistent payments, and just won't have to do this anymore. But I did.
Well, that's what I tell a lot of fathers. However, the law doesn't allow me to say, "Oh, don't worry about paying till you get back on your feet," because mom has to carry all the finances.
Yeah, I have been paying. I have seen my daughter. I have been paying some payments, and I also been, buying them things. Last month before, I just paid for my daughter cheer dance uniform yesterday. I did.
How much was that?
$125.
See, that's what you can't do. You should have paid that money to child support, and then mom could choose if she wants to go buy a cheerleading outfit. Find what I'm saying? Because now the reason is now you're putting yourself at risk of me having to issue a warrant. So anything you do for your child, even though mom insists, you have to remember what I'm saying. You have to pay child support, and mom can take the money out of child support to buy the uniform.
Well, that's a little issue. And the reason I did that because mom doesn't have the kids. Her mother has the kids, and her mom told me don't
Wait,
send
wait,
any more
wait.
payments.
What?
Yeah, her mom has the kids. So her mom told me don't send her any more money to her because she's getting custody of both of the kids. And I
That's
actually,
not true.
Hold on,
That-
ma'am, do not unmute yourself. And you know better than that. I'll hear from you in a minute.
her mom actually want to speak with you. I just got finished texting her. My daughters are with her mother, and her mother
Come on.
told me don't
Ask her if she could come, if she knows how to navigate to come on the Zoom meeting then.
Yeah, she was waiting, but let me text her real quick, and I would tell her.
Okay. You'll be able to speak, Ms. Gibson, in a moment. Okay, we'll be on a brief recess until we can navigate mom coming in. But Mr. Jones, you're gonna have to take it out of your speakers because it's completely messing up my hair. You
Okay,
have to
I'm
hold it.
sorry.
That's okay.
Okay, Your Honor,
Yes.
uh, I just texted her mom, so she should be coming in a minute. She was in the waiting room, but she said she had to take 2 calls. But what I was saying that no, that's what I was doing was making those small payments just to show that I am trying to pay because I don't get paid on a weekly basis or a monthly basis. It's just paid per job, which when I get paid, which is coming up. I'm trying to make a full payment, if not close to a full payment. But like my daughters are with them. I did meet with them about 2-3 weeks ago. I did buy them things and not pay. Cause her mom, I told her that if I don't pay child support, they're gonna find out. So she said she will let them know that I have been doing, buying them things and not paying. Okay, she said she's coming in now.
All right, Ms. Gibson, this is Jason. If you could turn off, Mr. Jones, get off that speaker for me, please. Just hold your phone.
Ma'am?
Get out
I'm
of the-
sorry. Can anybody hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
If you could unmute, this is Judge Jason. We are streaming live on YouTube, just so you know.
Okay.
You can come on video, please. All right. If you could raise
Okay.
your right hand for me, please. Do you swear any testimony you're about to present to the court will be the truth?
Yes.
Okay, so I haven't heard from mom yet, Miss Gibson, your daughter.
Mhm. Okay.
Mr. Jones this is a criminal warrant being issued for whether or not a criminal warrant should be issued for not providing support. And he's saying that he bought a cheerleading outfit or something. And I told him he can't do that. He has to pay child support. And then he said, well,
Mhm.
my children are with her mother and she's the one that needs the support. So mom will have a right to speak, but since that's what he has to pay child support or a warrant could be issued for
Yes.
his. But tell me what's going on with regard to, let me just see the age of the children in this case. Hold on. 12 and 15. So what's going on, ma'am?
Child support prior to May. They've been living with me since May. He does have to pay support. He's still responsible for them, whether they live with her.
Yeah.
They have been living
But
with
why
me
are they
since
with?
May.
Right. No, that's not an issue. The issue is that we're paying the money to mom. And so how do you have custody of the daughters? Is it through a legal proceeding or they're just living with you?
A legal proceeding. DFACS. Well, I have always had custody. I have guardianship. The youngest one, the 12-year-old. I've had guardianship of her since she was born. As legally, as far as concerned, with had to return her to my residence, where the DFACS removal, because I don't have any guardianship of her. That's what I've been trying to do. But I don't have legal guardianship of her, but physically, through DFACS, she is placed with me. I have kinship guardianship and pursuing guardianship of her as well.
All right. I
So
need
that's
this,
since May.
okay, I need the application sent. So what county do you live in?
I just moved to Fulton. When all this took place, I had only been living in Fulton for about 6 months. I've been trying to get all this taken care of. I've been trying to get, I actually went to child support in Fulton County because they told me in order to get the child support sent to me instead of sent to her, I had to fill out all this paperwork. So they just gave me that paperwork yesterday. So they gave me these two big, thick packets that I have to fill out and take back up there in order to
Okay.
have the case transferred to me.
So are you working with Mr. Jones to give you money directly to help facilitate the things that you may need for your granddaughters?
He hasn't. He did send me $125. I is in on dance team and that he offered to help pay half, and he did send me $125 to pay for half for her dance team uniform. Um, he took them, he took them, he met me a couple of months ago at Foot Locker to get them shoes, and I believe he also bought them shorts and a couple of shirts. He took them to Target to get them some toiletry items and things like that. I'm on court. I can't talk right now. The people in school saying that it was not very good. It's gonna have to wait.
So he's supposed to be paying $500. Mr. Jones, where'd you go? Come back on for me, please. So dad's supposed to be paying $500 a month. And of course, this is a criminal application. So he was working at which I always tell dads, if they have their own business, that's fine, but you have to find a part-time job. If your business of entrepreneurship isn't paying your child support, it's not a legal excuse. So you need to go and get a part-time job. So he was working at Amazon. Then he was on medical leave, and then he got arrested for the other child support. So he's I have to find that a crime's being committed, and I'm not there yet. I'm not finding that he's not doing anything, but it is for me to tell him that he needs to provide consistent support. And I look at, how many child support orders do you have, Mr. Jones? 2. Okay, this is an issue of today. All these dads have, sorry, I do get a little, concerned about these mothers and fathers, multiple children, mother or dads aren't working, yet they have multiple mothers with multiple kids, but I hold the mothers and the fathers both accountable for that. I'm just saying they choose to have these beautiful babies brought into the world, and dads are all kind of struggling, Mr. Jones, to pay consistently, but you've got to be on track. How much is your other child support order? I'm not able to hear you. You're muted.
353.
All right, so this one is 5.
Your Honor, I did ask for
A reduction.
yeah, because I told them I don't mind paying it. I just can't pay it at the moment, especially when I just lost the Amazon, because the whole purpose of me getting Amazon was for child support payments to come out. And
So where have you applied for UPS? Any other place right now?
Yeah, I have, but I can go back to Amazon. I am eligible for rehire, but I got another month and a half for me to return.
Yeah, but we can't wait a month. We can't wait
Yeah.
a month and a half for child support, though.
I know, so I just been working little side jobs and stuff so I can go ahead and make these payments because I want to make the payments. I'm trying to catch back up.
Do you have a credit card?
No, ma'am.
Do you have a family member that would help you just for the next couple of months so you get on your feet to pay some of the money, because you could pay it on child support? But I do have to address the issue first. Go ahead and mute yourself because you're still through your speakers. Just destroying my hearing. So, Miss Irina Camarillo, let me hear from Mom because I haven't spoken to Miss Gibson yet, and I have to let her speak. So, Miss, I'm sorry I didn't see her. Can we change Mom to the grandmother to a proper last name on the screen, please? All right. So, Miss Gibson, I'm going to ask you to unmute. You filed an application for maybe at the time you had custody of both of your children. Your mom says she's been raising your one daughter, your 12-year-old, since she's been raising your 12-year-old, and now she has both of your children. I don't believe this is a proper warrant application, but your mom has current guardianship and or is working on guardianship on your 2 children. So I'm not sure why you filed a child support abandonment.
I did this when the kids were still living with me. I currently did this because Jarvis was refusing to pay.
Okay.
And now that when I did do the child abandonment, the kids were living with me, the kids were in my district, which was
Oh,
Tucker. So they were living with me. I did this because Jarvis will not pay. He has refused to pay. He
huh.
has said multiple times that he is not going to pay me. And
Mm-hmm.
that's why I did that, because he had refused to do what he was supposed to do. I kept
Mm-hmm.
calling child support. Child support said that our case is enforcement. The reason why he had a child abandonment with the other child, because he was not paying her either. That's why he had a warrant for his arrest, because he refused to pay the other mom as well. So me and the other mom got together and we did the child support abandonment together.
Okay. So
Our
what
court
type
dates
of
were a day apart.
so what type of employment do you believe that he has the ability to pay and is just refusing?
He has his own business because I actually went on the job myself. He's
What
getting
kind of
lots
business?
of, it's
What type?
a construction business. It's called Major League Contractors. He's actually doing the work and he's getting paid. He just does not want to pay. It's not that he can't pay, he don't want to pay. And that's the issue I've been having for many years. I've had both of those girls since 20, her whole life. I've had 2017 when my grandfather passed away, and they have been in my school district in DeKalb County. Jarvis
Mhm.
has refused to pay multiple times, and it's been ongoing ever since he's been on child support.
Okay, I got you. Okay, so hold on a second. Sounds true. Give me one moment. All right, but you can unmute Miss Gibson. You agree that your mom currently has physical custody of the children?
Yes, she has custody of the kids now, but this has been, I did the child abandonment warrant when they were in my custody.
Yeah, and he has $10,000 past due in child support that's going to go to.
Exactly. And he's not paying. He's already missed a month. The other payments were like $37, $3, $2. The other one, I believe, was like a little over $100.
Okay,
And he
hold on a
just
second. So
refusing.
I'm going to have Miss Arena Camarillo um have you reach out to your child support agent, and she can make a note,
Hmm.
file a contempt against him. If he has a business that's up and running and you're owed $10,000, the judge can find him in contempt and can order him to pay a substantial amount. And if he doesn't pay it by the time the judge says, the judge will issue an order of incarceration and he will remain incarcerated until he pays that lump sum amount.
He's been, I need to tell you one more thing. He's already been in contempt of court with child support already, because he was supposed to pay 503. Then he was supposed to pay $1,500 towards arrears. So it was an extra $500 for 3 months, and he didn't do it. So he's already in contempt of court
Oh,
already with
okay.
child support. And that was a court order as well, and he didn't do it.
Okay, let me find out, because if so, they need to go back to the contempt judge and get an arrest warrant for Mr. Jones. And so give me one moment. Now, Miss Arena Camarillo, how do we handle the issue where mom has the grandmother, Miss Gibson, has the children in her custody, and the money would be going to mom if we ordered him to pay in a child support? Do you have a suggestion on how to handle that?
Yes, the case is into cab. So Miss Gibson and mother also need to contact DCSS. They just need to call the number. I'm also going to email the office manager right now. They need to provide the documentation to the DeKalb County office. Someone will be reaching out to them. They'll need to upload it to the portal where it'll show that Miss Gibson has the children. As long as it's a DCSS order, then the current support will be redirected to Miss Gibson. And then arrears will continue to be owed to mom, to Miss Gibson, to Miss Tiana Gibson. And we can try to enforce both of those at the same time. But they'll need to take the active step of both of them providing that information on the portal. They need to upload it today.
Okay, what information needs, I'm sorry, I got
The
lost.
order, so the order, whatever Miss Amira Gibson has, showing she has the children, and then Miss Tiana Gibson, she at a minimum needs to call DCSS and state that that is correct, so that they're not then reaching out to her after they get that from her mother. They're going to receive the documents from Miss Amira Gibson saying she has the kids. we don't want to waste time where they have to contact Tiana and say, is that true? Is that, she needs to go ahead and actively communicate to them that, she does not have physical custody of the children, and that, she'll provide anything she needs to. That way they don't need to reach out to anybody. They can just automatically take the steps.
Okay, so there's some navigation needs to go on here. Mr.
Can I say something? I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
Yes, go ahead.
I'm kind of piggybacking on what she was saying. When I went to the child support office, yes, I need to provide them with that documentation, but I have to fill out probably 50 pages before and to submit that with the documentation that I have. So they know, they're aware I went to the office, but they told me I have to fill out these 50 pages and come Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I can't come on Mondays or Fridays. So fill out the packets first, bring all my paperwork back, and they'll submit everything towards the case then. The girls have both been living with Tiana, independently away from my house. She didn't leave my house. After my dad died, all three of them were living under my roof until about 2022. So she is correct. From 2022 on, she has had both girls primarily, and that is why she filed the warrant. So as long as they'll split it up properly, she is owed the arrears. But you all have to understand, I have to be able to depend on her to tell them the girls are living with me, so reroute the child support to me. She's not going to want to do that.
Okay, so that's out of my league. This is a criminal warrant, whether or not to issue a warrant for Mr. Jones or not.
Okay.
The children don't live in DeKalb County, so I cannot issue a warrant, even though they originally did when she filed. They live in Fulton. They've been,
Okay.
has to be done in Fulton. Mr. Jones, come in. Mr. Jones, come back on video for me, please. Look, Mr. Jones, you got one warrant already issued. I'm showing you 10,000 plus past due. Wait. Listen to me, please. You're paying $35 here, $50 here. Now I have you before me. You were trying to work, but I don't have a crystal ball. I just try to have, belief in humanity that people are going to do the right thing. So I can either go, hold on, listen to me, Mr. Jones. I can go ahead and just issue the warrant. I'm going to mute you, please, Ms. Gibson. I can just make an assumption that what mom is saying that you haven't paid, because you haven't, you're past due many years. Hold on. I can just go ahead and issue the warrant today, and you can deal with it in state court, and then you'll be on probation in 2 jurisdictions. Or you can step up and do what you've got to do and pay your child support. Okay. No more excuses, no more breaks. You haven't been paying child support. You are so behind. You just got to get on track, and you need to figure it out. Now, I still give people grace to try to get on track. You have 2 daughters. They were with mom. You still owe her 10 grand. I'm going to encourage her to file the contempt again. Oh, you're already in contempt. So if you didn't pay that contempt money, the judge is going to go ahead and issue a warrant for your arrest, and they're going to make you stay in jail, just so you know, until you pay that full amount that you were ordered to pay. Now, you're putting yourself in a precarious situation. If you truly are in a financial hardship and don't have the money, then maybe. But if you do have a business and you need to figure out how to juggle things around, then you need to pay that money, because if you go to jail on the contempt, you'll have to stay in jail until your family comes up with that money. Now, I don't have jurisdiction over this case. I'm going to encourage you to continue to pay as much as you can to child support. It's going to be split somewhat between mom, because you do owe her 10,000, and grandma, who now has the kids. You do have to pay child support. You did it well buying the uniform, helping with the uniform and doing the little things, but you do have to pay the money to child support, and they're going to start redirecting the money to grandmother and mom. So that's my guidance to you. Try to fix that contempt. Superior Court judges he or she will put you in custody until you pay the full amount. And that's it. You could be arrested because you're driving today, because if they put that issue for that warrant, you can unmute and I'll hear from you. I'm just saying you got a lot to figure out.
I got no excuses, Your Honor. The only thing is I was in a medical leave. I was in the hospital in and out since November of last year. So that's why I wasn't able to pay. I was hospitalized 3 or 4 times from November to up until I think it was May or April. That's why I kind of got behind, because I think the contempt started in January.
Well, you
Yeah.
need to get that contempt. I'm telling you.
I did pay, and I did. They are notified, and I did send in my medical leave and documentations, and that's why I sent that to the judge of the contempt.
Okay,
My medical
all right, so
leave.
this is bleeding over too long for me. This is civil and criminal. I have to dismiss the case because the kids don't live with mom in DeKalb County. But Mr. Jones, I'm just gonna encourage you, cure that contempt, hurry up and get a full-time job, another
Yes.
job, so you can pay your child support because it's not looking good for you right now, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right, so Miss Gibson and Miss Gibson, mom and granddaughter, you guys work with child support to get your case, Miss Gibson. Once you get the funds transferred, if he doesn't pay in the next 60 days, give him 60 days to get it ironed out. You can file an abandonment warrant in Fulton County. Okay, all right. Okay, thank you all. You all are dismissed. Our case is dismissed because we no longer have jurisdiction. But Mr. Jones, try to make something every month.
Yes, ma'am. I
Not
will.
look- Okay, all right. Take care. Bye-bye.